Hi guys, how's it going? Welcome to part 1 of my PlayStation 1 games collection as of 2012. This is September 2012. And yeah, it's been a while, but I'm finally getting around to making this game collection video. I've been meaning to do it for a while, but now I'm finally getting around to doing it. So this will probably be about 5 or 6 parts, because I do like to talk about the games a little bit. I try not to talk about them too much, but you know what I'm like. Yeah, I have to say sorry as well, because I really haven't been making many videos on this channel. It's been very, very poor content-wise, and I do apologise for that. I just really don't know what to make videos of anymore, since I don't really buy games as much anymore, you know? So, yeah, we'll just get on with this, shall we? And, yeah, I have to try and do something. Come up with a new video series or something to make some more videos, you know? Because, yeah, I'm getting a bit rusty at this on camera for some reason. It feels weird on camera, but I don't know. Just not used to it anymore for some reason. Anyway. Yeah, so the first start off for this one is Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. Yeah, a big fan of the Harry Potter films, especially this one, you know, Philosopher's Stone, Chamber of Secrets and The Prisoner of Azkaban. The first 3 films, in my opinion, were the best. As for the games, I'm not a huge fan of them. They're okay, but you know, I'm just not a huge fan of them, to be honest. I just find them a bit boring at times and stuff. I don't know whether it's just me, but I'm personally not really that fond of them. They're alright, but yeah, crap. Next game, where we're gonna go is Heart of Darkness. It's a 2-disc game. This game officially, when originally, see, I can't even talk on camera. When this game originally came out, it basically had 3D, you know, the 3D goggles, and you can play this game in 3D, which has been pretty good. But of course, I got this out of a charter shop, and it didn't come with 3D glasses. It comes with the 2 discs in pretty bad condition, but they seem to work from what I've played so far. This game, I don't know how to describe it. It's an action, platformer, puzzler, shooter kind of game. It's got all of those elements in the game, but I'd call it more like a platform puzzler. That's my description for it anyway. So yeah, it's a pretty unique kind of game, and I quite like it, to be honest. I think it's pretty good. I don't think it's that long. I just think it's got 2 discs because it's got a lot of cutscenes and stuff. So yeah, they take up a lot of disk space, I think. So I don't think it's a long game, so don't be fooled by the 2 discs. We have Rayman 2, The Great Escape. I have the original Rayman as well, which I just can't play because it kicks my ass. From what I played of this game, which was about an hour, maybe just less than an hour, it seems like a really good game. It's a 3D Rayman game, and it doesn't seem quite as quite as hard as the original, which is a good thing because I just can't see me completing the original. I think I need a lot of practice to complete it because it is really tough. This, on the other hand, I don't think it'll be so bad, and it seems like a really fun game actually, so I should really give that a shot. Play through it. This is a game I'm currently playing through at the moment, and it is Tomb Raider 2. I always consider this to be my favourite Tomb Raider game, and I still consider it to be my favourite. I just think it's a fantastic game. I love how they added the feature we can save anywhere, you know. I mean, Tomb Raider 1, you could only save at crystals, and Tomb Raider 3, you had to pick up crystals, and then you could save whenever you want, as long as you had a crystal. And this you can save as many times as you want, which makes the game a bit easier. And you know, for people that aren't quite as good at Tomb Raider, like I used to be crap at Tomb Raider. But yeah, I've had a bit more, you know, I've played for Tomb Raider 1, Tomb Raider Chronicles, I've got a bit more experience with Tomb Raider now, so I don't really feel I need to save as often as I used to do. So yeah, Tomb Raider 2, it's still my favourite, I would say, and over halfway through at the moment, so I'm looking forward to completing that. It's a fantastic game. Next we have a game that was it's so good I've got it twice, even if I've only played it for like an hour or whatever. It is of course Final Fantasy 7. 2 copies. Yeah. So a lot of you maybe know the story with this. Basically, about a year ago, I got it at a charity shop for like £1.49, I think it was, and it had disc 2, disc 3, and the demo disc, but it didn't have the first disc. So it took me about another 6 months until I actually found another copy in a charity shop, which was complete, had all the discs in it, and I've still not got around to playing it yet, unfortunately. So that's the full working copy. I'm looking forward to playing it, because it's supposed to be a fantastic game. One of the best PlayStation 1 games, apparently, and also one of the best Final Fantasy games, of course, as well. So this one, manual, demo, it's 2 and 3. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this, but the thing, why I'm not playing it at the moment is because I'm playing Final Fantasy X2, and I really want to complete that first before I start another Final Fantasy game. But I played it for an hour and it seems really good. I can't wait to get into it. And I'm enjoying my RPGs a lot more now, so it's the perfect time to start their games, I think. Next we have Theme Park World. I was a huge fan of this game back in the day. I thought this game was fantastic. Now it's, I don't know, I just can't really get into it. After I played it about 4 months ago or something, I just couldn't get into it, unfortunately, but I loved it when I was young. I thought it was tremendous, you know. It's definitely one of the best theme park games probably you can get on console, because I've never been that, impressed with theme park games on the console, you know. The only theme park games I really liked was Roller Coaster Tycoon for the PC. But yeah, I would say Theme Park World is probably the best theme park game for the PS1. And yeah, I just can't really get into it. But yeah, I'd rather play Roller Coaster Tycoon on the PC, unfortunately. Next we have Cool Borders 2. Cool Borders 2, yeah. I remember being really impressed with the demo back in the day. I thought it was fantastic. I think it was the original. And yeah, I thought it was really fun when I was young. And of course I've got Cool Borders 2. I'm not a big snowboarding fan. I have to admit, I'm not a big snowboarding fan. But this game does seem pretty fun. I'm not good at it, not good in the slightest. I find it really tough, but that's just me, because I'm not good at it. And yeah, I get my ass kicked. But it does seem like a fun game, if I could actually get good at it. So yeah, if you like snowboarding, that's probably one of the best series, Cool Borders. Next we have Pool Shark. Again, I played this originally on a demo disc when I was younger, and it seemed like a pretty decent game of pool. Of course, now I've got the full version, and it's quite good. It's quite good. I've never been a huge fan of pool games on the console and stuff. I mean, they're alright. I mean, I did like Pool Paradise for the PlayStation 2. I thought that was fantastic. Probably my favourite pool game. But yeah, this just seemed pretty fun. It's kind of challenging. I always find it a bit challenging, Pool Shark, but it is a pretty good game. And with a bit more practice, I could probably get better at it. So yeah, it's a pretty decent pool game, I would say. Next we have Life Force Tenka. And you know what, guys? I remember playing this on a demo disc. Yeah, exactly. I played all these games on demo discs, man. PlayStation 1 demos were kick-ass, I'm telling you. When I was younger, boy, they loved them. So yeah, Life Force Tenka. I remember being a bit creeped out by it when I was younger. I thought it was a bit scary because some of the monsters in this were quite creepy and stuff. Don't know why, but it's plays kind of like Doom a little bit, but I don't know, better graphics probably than Doom. But I just couldn't really get into it, unfortunately. I did enjoy the demo back in the day, but played the full version, the real game, and I wasn't that impressed, to be honest. But it got 90% from total PlayStation, so it must be good. So just need to give it another shot, really. Okay. Next we have the original SmackDown, WWF SmackDown. I don't know if you know this, guys, but I'm a wrestling fan. Yeah, I make a lot of wrestling content on this channel now. So yeah, WWF SmackDown, a fantastic game. Obviously the graphics nowadays are pretty crap, but they're classic games. And I love them, to be honest. So, yep, always gonna like that. Next we have Necronomicon. The Dawning of Darkness. Got a bit close to the camera there. So I think it's a 2-disc. Yeah, it's a 2-disc game, and not played much of it, unfortunately. I've just bought it from the charity shop because I'd never seen it before. Never seen it before in my life, and I was curious. And it's one of those point-and-click kind of games, which I'm not a huge fan of. The only point-and-click game I really like is Broken Sword on PC. I love Broken Sword, it's fantastic. Great series, especially the first two. But this kind of reminds me a bit of Myst, if you played the point-and-click game Myst. Wasn't a big fan of Myst, unfortunately, because I didn't know what I was doing. And it seems like an interesting game, but I'm not sure how I'll get into it, unfortunately. I would like to, but I just don't think it's my kind of game. But it's good to have, good to have in the collection, because you don't really see it that often. Let's see, what next? We have 2 games in one. We have the original Medal of Honor and Medal of Honor Underground. Haven't played much of the original, but I am doing a blind let's play of Medal of Honor Underground on my GamerZone 5000 channel. Link below. Yeah, so Medal of Honor Underground. I enjoyed it at the beginning. I thought it was a really, really interesting game. It's really interesting, playing first-person shooters on the PS1 because they look so terrible, graphical-wise, they look awful. But yeah, it seemed pretty fun at the beginning, but it wasn't until later into the game it got extremely frustrating, and unfortunately I don't really enjoy it that much anymore. It's just more annoying than anything else. Unfortunately, you get tanks that go through walls, enemies that go through walls. And, it lames you out. It really does lame me out. And that puts me off the game, but, I think it would be a pretty decent game, but I wish it was a bit easier. It doesn't help, but if I die a few times, I get impatient with the game. And trying to rush it doesn't work, I'm afraid. Okay, so this is going to be the last 3 games of this video, last 3 games. So the first one is a fighting game. I've never been a huge fan of this series, ever. And I could never see myself being a huge fan of it, But it's Street Fighter Alpha Warrior's Dreams. Again, I just bought this because I saw it in a charity shop and you don't really see it that often. I did like the original, the arcade Streets of Rage, what am I talking about? I did like the original Street Fighter games on the arcade. I thought they were pretty decent, I've got the arcade collection, and the Capcom Classics collection, to be more exact. And I did like them, but I find them extremely difficult. And trying to learn the combos and stuff just annoys me to all ends. And I personally just can't get into a Street Fighter game. It's just a game to pick up now and again. Maybe put half an hour into it, but I just can't really play it for long periods of time, I'm afraid. Just not a huge fan of Street Fighter. I'm more of a Tekken, Soul Calibur, Soul Blade kind of guy. Next we have a game that I love the demo of, again, and it is Star Wars Episode 1 Jedi Power Battles. I loved this on the demo disc, when I had the original demo disc, and I couldn't wait to get the game. I didn't actually get the game until about a year ago, and not really put much time into it, unfortunately. I do want to get round to it because it is a really interesting game. Not a fan of Star Wars in the slightest, the movies. I've tried watching Star Wars, but they just bore me. I'm sorry to all Star Wars fans, but I just can't get into that, into the films. But the games are pretty decent, I played I can't remember what game it was, Episode 3, The Phantom Menace or something. I played that on the PlayStation 1, I loved that game, I thought it was tremendous, And yeah, I think this will be a really good game, because you can choose what character you want, and I think they can level up as well. So it's got kind of like an RPG element, I think, in it, how you can level up your character, and depending on how often you use them and stuff. So yeah, pretty interesting feature, and I think I'll really enjoy that if I can get into it. And the last game of the video is a very bizarre game. It is Oddworld, Abe's Odyssey. You can see that. It's a bit dark in here, I'm sorry guys. Oddworld Age Odyssey. I remember playing the demo of this when I was young, surprisingly. Yeah, I remember playing the demo of this when I was younger, and I found it enjoyable, but I couldn't get anywhere in it, unfortunately. And now I've got the full version of the game. I've not played too much of it, and I just don't really feel it's the kind of game that I can get into. You know, it's like a platformer, puzzler. You have to really think about what you're doing, basically. You know, it requires you to use your brain. So, yeah, it's just not really my kind of game, unfortunately. I mean, it is good, you know. I hear, you know, nothing but good reviews, you know, from the Oddworld games. But I personally can't get into it, unfortunately. But I would like to, and, you know, I appreciate, you know, what kind of game it is. You know, it is a unique kind of game. So, yeah, I appreciate what it is, but I basically can't get into it, unfortunately. So anyway guys, hope you've enjoyed this. Camera sloping down, and I'll catch you all in the next video, part 2. I'll try and get it recorded as soon as possible. So thanks for watching guys, and I'll catch you all in the next video. See you guys. Thanks for watching.